Welcome to This Explainer. Today, we're breaking down everything you absolutely need to know about becoming a commissioned notary public right here in the Grand Canyon State. We're going to look closely at the unique rules, the exact costs, and the super strict timelines mandated by the state of Arizona. So, whether you're applying for the very first time or you're a veteran notary getting ready to renew, the landscape here is changing fast. Having a clear grip on these regulations is absolutely essential to getting licensed without a hitch.
Here's our roadmap for today. We'll quickly cover eligibility basics, then look at the new exam, the $5,000 bond and its timing, RON rules, and finally wrap up with compliance and fees.
Okay, let's dive right into this. Section 1, Eligibility Basics. Who can apply?
Before you even begin to think about taking an exam or buying a surety bond, we have to make sure you actually meet the baseline legal hurdles to hold this public office. These are the non-negotiable requirements laid out in Arizona Revised Statutes Section 4131-2. First and foremost, you've got to be a resident of Arizona. You also need to be at least 18 years old, be able to read and write English, and be a U.S. citizen or legal permanent resident. And finally, you must have a clean legal standing, so no disqualifying criminal history. If you check all those boxes, awesome. You are officially eligible to move forward in the process.
Now, what's really interesting about this next part is, well, it's a bit of a curveball. Section 2, the new exam, a 2025 plot twist.
A massive change in Arizona law is right around the corner. Effective July 1st, 2025, a mandatory Prometric exam is required to get your commission. This is a sweeping change, and it impacts everyone, brand new applicants and renewing notaries alike. Basically, the old exam-free days in Arizona, they are officially a thing of the past. The state is raising the bar to ensure that all commissioned notaries have a comprehensive, tested understanding of notarial law before they ever start stamping documents.
And the standard here is pretty high. You must score exactly 80% or better to pass this new Secretary of State requirement. To put that into perspective, you need to get at least 36 out of the 45 multiple-choice questions right. It's a closed book test, so you'll definitely want to take your prep work seriously.
But hey, don't let the exam intimidate you. Here are the exact logistical details you need to know. You've got a 60-minute time limit, and the fee is $46.75 per attempt. And listen, if you don't hit that 80% mark on your first try, no sweat. You literally have unlimited retakes available. You can take the exam at any of the 10 Prometric testing locations across Arizona, or just opt for the remote testing option from home. To prepare, you will absolutely want to devour the 2025 Notary Public Reference Manual provided by the Arizona Secretary of State.
Moving right along to the money side of things. Section 3, the $5,000 surety bond and timing.
Once you tackle the exam, it's time to get to the financial core of your application. Let's talk about the surety bond. You really shouldn't view this as just another bureaucratic hoop to jump through. Rather, it's a critical professional safeguard mandated by the state. By definition, an Arizona notary bond is a mandatory $5,000 financial guarantee. It covers your entire 4-year commission term. Now, it's very important to understand this. This bond does not protect you, the notary. Instead, it exists entirely to protect the public from any financial harm if you happen to make a mistake, an omission, or an intentional error on the job.
And this brilliantly illustrates just how tight the deadlines are. Under ARIS Section 41.315, Arizona enforces an incredibly strict timing rule for your bond. The Secretary of State will flat out reject any bond that was issued more than 60 days before or more than 60 days after the exact date your commission is issued. I can't stress this enough. Timing is absolutely everything here. Your bond dates must align tightly with your commission dates.
When you finally have that perfectly timed bond in hand, there's a very precise mail-in requirement you have to follow. You must submit your bond in duplicate. You'll mail the original physical bond directly down to the Secretary of State's Notary Department on West Washington Street in Phoenix, and you are absolutely required to securely retain the duplicate copy for your own records.
So, what does this all mean for your wallet? Well, this table provides some perfect financial clarity. Honestly, your total out-of-pocket cost to secure a 4-year professional licensing credential in Arizona is surprisingly manageable. You've got the Prometric exam at $46.75, the application and bond filing fee to the state is exactly $43, and your $5,000 surety bond will typically cost somewhere between $25 and $40 for the entire 4-year term. All in, you're looking at roughly $115 to $130 to get up and running. Drilling down into that bond cost specifically, the premium you actually pay is based on your credit score.
While the state fees are completely fixed, the bond itself is incredibly affordable. If you have excellent credit, you might pay as little as $20 for 4 years of coverage. Even with fair credit, the cost only maxes out around $60. It is a remarkably low barrier to entry for the financial guarantee required.
Let's move to and see how this builds into our modern digital landscape. Section 4, Remote Online Notarization Rules.
In December 2023, Arizona finalized rules allowing notaries to perform their duties entirely online. Remote Online Notarization, or RON, means exactly what it sounds like. You are performing notary acts digitally using secure audiovisual technology through a state-approved tech vendor. But, big caveat here, to do this in the Arizona market, you must already be an active, fully commissioned Arizona notary first before you can even apply to contract with a tech vendor for RON services.
So, the crucial point here is understanding the geographical limits. In a traditional notarization, the signer must physically be in the room with you. With Arizona RON, your client can literally be anywhere in the world. However, you, the notary, must be physically standing on Arizona soil at the exact moment the digital notarization takes place. And the really great news, both traditional and remote notarizations are covered by the exact same $5,000 bond. No extra bond is required to work digitally. All right, coming down the home stretch. Section 5, Compliance and Fees. Earning your commission is an awesome achievement, but maintaining strict legal compliance is how you actually keep that hard-earned credentials safe. Arizona law tightly regulates what you can charge the public. Under the state fee schedule, the absolute maximum you're allowed to charge per notarial act is $10. Now, if you are a mobile notary, you can charge a travel fee of 62.5 cents per mile. But here's a kind of surprising fact. The legal minimum fee is $0. Yep, performing a notarization completely for free as a favor or community service is perfectly legal under Arizona law.
What is absolutely not legal, however, is dishonesty. The Arizona Secretary of State is fiercely strict about protecting the public trust. Under ARS Section 41330, they hold the explicit power to deny, revoke, or suspend your commission if there are any fraudulent statements on your application or if you have felony convictions or adverse legal findings related to fraud or deceit. Make no mistake, the integrity of this office is paramount.
We've covered the new exam, the strict timing rules, the exact costs, and the geographical rules for remote work. The roadmap is completely laid out in front of you. So, the final question is, now that you know exactly what it takes, are you ready to step up, apply this knowledge, and securely serve your community as an Arizona notary? If you are ready to move forward, getting your mandatory bond is your next actionable step. Get your notary surety bond quote in minutes. Apply online, fast approval, all 50 states. BuySuretyBonds.com.